Hello, my dear friends. Now, you might notice a bit of shaky cam. That's because I have a new iPhone. Yay! For my first iPhone new movie review, I decided to go to a biopic. Now, some people might know I'm not a massive fan of biopics, but this one is a little different because I grew up watching this particular author slash illustrator's TV series based on her works. Who am I referring to? Beatrice Potter and Mrs. Potter, which is a biopic. This pretty much goes through the life of Beatrice Potter. Well, to a certain extent, it goes to pretty much gives you a glimpse into this particular writer's, illustrator's world, and the world she lived with pretty much was controlled by men and her parents. She is literally 30 and still living at home. I am 27, still living at home. Yeah, so I can slightly relate to this lady. And she pretty much, back in the 1800s, London, when this is set, you're controlled by your parents. And pretty much they say yes and no to things. And girls back then were pretty much expected to marry for mullah and pretty much not expected to work at all. She bucked the trends, and they were also encouraged to take on a hobby, whether it was sewing, knitting, that sort of thing. Beatrice was writing stories and also illustrating them. Now, she believed that her artwork was better than just a hobbyist's endeavor, but something she could really get some money from this. And she started taking it to publishers and ended up with her publisher, the Warren family, who were her publishers. And she even started to date and was engaged to the youngest in that family. Circumstances that happened, she, at the time of this relationship, she was really getting a lot of bank coins. So she decided to, at the age of 32, finally decided to move out. And she decided to move to a place she really felt the most comfortable. She left London for the Lake District. Now, I've never really been to the Lake District, but what I've seen of both in this project and also Bargain Hunt, it looks really beautiful. And I could really see why Beatrice did leave London behind, and she became very much a activist in preserving that particular area. And a lot of the property she bought, she developed a trust, and a lot of the land went into a trust so she can help preserve the area, which I think was really brave. And it reminds me of what they're trying to do here in Parramatta, with a particular place in Parramatta. This particular movie has a lot of great actors. Renee Zellweger, I've seen in, of course, Bridget Jones's Diary, Chicago. I know her from the movie Cold Mountain. And Ewan McGregor, who I know from the Star Wars prequel trilogy and Moulin Rouge. And Emily Watson, I've seen her in a couple of different movies. I can't remember one off the top of my head. You'll probably correct me in the comment section. I know you lot. And Chris Noland, sorry if I butcher your surname, mate. And I'd say, yay to an Aussie. This was directed by the same guy that brought us The Babe Double. My mother and I went to see this in movie theaters, and it actually got her back into wanting to draw more. She's a amateur artist. She does a lot of houses mainly, but it encouraged her to pick up her pencils. She uses paints in this particular movie. She uses paints, Beatrice, but it made my mum want to pick up her pencils and draw again. Now this, I'm guessing, is not an unheard of story after watching this movie, but that's one my mother developed, and I'm a bit of an amateur writer myself, so I constantly watch this, and I really am inspired to do more writings. I've not really published anything, but you never know, I might. What do I give this out of 5? I definitely give this a 5 out of 5, which definitely is on my regular list when I'm a little bored and looking for something to watch. This is one I do pull out regularly. Are you a fan of Beatrice Potter's work? Did you read the books when you were younger or had them read to you? Did you watch the 90s animated series? I did. And have you seen Miss Potter? Please write down in the comment section below. Please keep watching a lot more movies. There's a subscribe button. Please subscribe and hit the little bell icon so when I release another video, you'll be the first to hear about it. And trust me, I've got a lot of other movies I want to go and see this summer/winter. And I shall see you very, very soon. Ciao.